Do you kiss your dog on the mouth? Because if so, it's time to stop. You could actually lose your limbs over it. I'm unfortunately not kidding. Kissing your dog on the mouth can actually cause an infection with something called capnocytophagia canamorsis. This is a serious illness that can cause widespread systemic infection, septic shock, and even gangrene. And depending how fast it progresses and when it's diagnosed, amputation may become the only treatment. Why not avoid all that trouble and just stop tonguing your dog? Seems like an easy fix to me.
This is some serious shit right here. I've always wondered why some people basically make out with their dogs. Well, I've researched this condition. This just came out, this guy talking about it. And apparently it's very widespread. Thousands of people a year, either die or have complications because of this. Anyway, I found this article. This is just one of many, but a woman lost her hands and legs to an infection from puppy kisses. Okay, so this lady apparently was returning from a vacation in Punta Cana and she fell ill. The hospital staff and the doctors thought that it was something related, maybe some tropical infection. But it turns out it was because when she came back, she made out with a German Shepherd puppy. And it's again, this Capnocytophagia carnivorosa or whatever. No, Canimorususus. So it sounds like I'm saying voodoo. Anyway, you get the point. So the article with this lady from the Punta Cana is saying that Dr. Margaret Colby, the medical director of infectious diseases at Altman Hospital in Canton, Ohio, treated Trainer and described her as delirious when she entered the intensive care unit. So this stuff, it goes to your brain. Shortly after she became unconscious, her skin started changing rapidly to a purplish red color, and then it progressed into gangrene. Trainer then developed a blood clot. It was difficult to identify. We're kind of the detectives. We went through all these diagnoses until we could narrow things down. The infection spread to the tip of her nose, ears, legs, and face. She didn't lose parts of her face, thankfully, but her extremities is what she had to have surgery on. The family sought a second opinion, hoping to save Trainer's limbs, but doctors were pretty unanimous, said that the damage had already been done. Blood tests and cultures confirmed the diagnosis of capnocytophagia. It sounds like some Egyptian shit. That was a pretty hard pill to swallow, to say the least. She was fine for a couple days to go on vacation, and then boom, she's basically in a coma. Trainer had 8 surgeries so far and is working with doctors to be fitted for prosthesis. So all of this, and this happens, you don't hear it that often, but it happens to thousands of people every year. So if you're one of these people that's making out with your pets, think again. And this is not the only thing that can happen to you. There's a myriad of diseases that you can catch from your pets, from bites or making out with them, okay? One of the ones for the cats is the toxoplasmosis. You might have heard of that one. Rogan was talking about it not too long ago. This is a parasite that originally, we saw in mice. Mice would catch this and it would rewire their brains so they weren't afraid of cats anymore. They're actually attracted to them. So it made it easier for cats to catch these mice. Well, later we found out that toxoplasmosis is something that we can catch too. And it can affect your brain, it can weaken your immune system, and it can turn you into a cat lady, which is the worst of all of those things. So there's just so many things that can happen with this. I know that there's this old saying that the human mouth is far dirtier than a pet's. It's not. It's not, okay? And here's the thing. The type of bacteria that we have in our mouths is different from that of your pets, okay? And in the sense of which one's worse, well, the ones that you're not used to, right? Stuff in your mouth, you're used to it. The stuff that's in your animal's mouth is something that's foreign to you, something that can hurt you, all right? So just keep that in mind. I feel very vindicated because I don't know how many arguments about this I've had. And I wanted to cover this in a video because I know this would stir the pot. I know a lot of people that love making out with their pets, including my mother. My mother doesn't make out with her pets, but she got a bunch of corgis running around that the house turns into a zoo. I don't know. It is what it is. What do you guys think? Are you going to keep on making out with your pets or what?